Hello everyone. In this video, we will recommend the top 10 best Spanish romance movies from 2012 to 2023. So, let's get started the list. Number 1. Palz de Los Angeles. Director, Xavier Villaverde. Struggling martial artist and dancer Bruno loves his girlfriend Carla. But when he meets fellow dancer Rai, serious sparks begin to fly, opening the couple up to new possibilities. A new generation navigates fluidity, torn affections, and open relationships in this love triangle. But once Bruno's clandestine encounters with Rai are revealed, a confused and hurt Carla kicks him out, but she simply doesn't want to give up on her love. Eventually she agrees that Bruno can date them both as long as he keeps his life with Rai relatively separate. Number 2. Por un puñado de besos. Director, David Menkes. During Saul and Danny's first date, they don't have their usual conversation. He is looking for her soulmate to start her life over. But Donnie is keeping a secret that could crush her. Saul, who has to rebuild her life and decides to do so by embarking on a love story. She places an ad to find the ideal boy. They meet and, from the first moment, they fall in love, starting romance marked by her desire to live in his lies. Can a handful of kisses change someone's life forever? Number 3. Palz and Lenie. Director, Fernando Molina. Based on thousands of real stories, set in 1968 on a Spanish colonial island off the west coast of Africa, the story alternates between the 1950s, the final years of Spanish rule, and the present day. In the 1950s, a man and his brother travel from the snowy Pyrenees to the exotic island where they learn the true lessons of life. In the present day, the man's daughter travels to the island to learn about the early years of her father and her uncle. Number 4. Julieta. Director, Pedro Almodóvar. Julieta is a middle-aged woman living in Madrid with her boyfriend Lorenzo. They are about to move to Portugal when she casually runs into B, the former best friend of Julieta's daughter Antia. B reveals that Antia is living in Switzerland, married with 3 children, heartbroken after 12 years of estrangement from her daughter. Julieta cancels the move to Portugal and moves to her former building, hoping that Antia will send her a letter. Number 5. Amar. Director, Esteban Crespo. A young couple experience the intensity and fragility of first love as life events tarnish their idealized notions of romance. Laura and Carlos love each other as if every day is their last, driven by the desire to determine her own life and break free from her mother's control. Laura dreams of becoming pregnant. Both are searching for their place in this world, but 1 year later and a little more mature, their deep passion is still only a memory. Number 6. Demonas tus ojos. Director, Pedro Aguilera. This movie following Oliver, Julio Perillan, a young film director who lives in LA, discovers on website that the protagonist of one of the videos is his younger half-sister Aurora, Ivana Baquero. Confused, he travels to Spain where she lives. In the process of finding out what she was doing there, Oliver will become fascinated by Aurora. Number 7. And Two Peele. Director, Matthias Baez. Manuel and Julia meet by chance one evening and spend a night together. Notwithstanding the brief encounter, they realize that a real feeling has sprung within them. A feeling that goes beyond the pure physical attraction. Both of them are married, but they will decide to meet once a week, in a path life that seems to have been already written. The relationship leads them to wonder about the possibility of a different choice, the realization that maybe they deserve something more. Number 8. Levita sense la Sarah Amat. Director, Laura Ju. 13-year-old Pep is madly in love with the 14-year-old girl Sarah Amat in his grandfather's village. One summer night, Sarah disappears without a trace. After a while, Pep finds her hidden in his own bedroom. She explains that she ran away. He agrees to protect her and becomes her accomplice. The boy is forced to lead a double life. He has to lie to everyone while trying to meet Sarah's demands that repeatedly test him. Number 9. A través de mi ventana. Director, Marcal Force. Raquel is madly and irrevocably in love with Aries, her attractive and mysterious neighbor. The thing is, she has watched him from afar because, much to her dismay, they haven't exchanged a single word, but Raquel has a very clear mission to make Aries fall in love with her. However, she is not an innocent, helpless girl, and she is certainly not prepared to lose everything to achieve her goal, most importantly not herself. Number 10. Un Amor. Director, Isabel Coixet. Escaping her overwhelming life in the city, 30-year-old Natalia finds refuge in the small village of La Escapa, deep in the Spanish countryside, in a rustic derelict house. The young woman aims to rebuild anew. When confronted with the hostility of her landlord and the distrust of the local villagers, Nat finds herself giving in to an unsettling proposal from her neighbor, Andreas. From this strange and conflicting encounter sparks a devouring and obsessive passion that will consume Nat fully.